Dictators start by positioning themselves as a man of the people, carefully concealing their brutality as they identify a small circle of loyalists. Then these loyalists often get themselves tangled up in a straitjacket of corrupt deals. They frame journalists, youth, civil society, and opposition voices as enemies of the state, and eventually not just suspend the law, but become the law.
Do you have an enemy? Do you wish for their demise? Do you just want them to, drop from the existence of this planet? Well, look no further than the EACC chair.
Khan and his family circumvented that and did contrary to what had been laid down. You brought judgment upon them and the whole family. You are the same God, O Lord. When Ananias and Sapphira conspired as husband and wife to circumvent that which had been put in place by the leaders of their time, again your judgment came upon them. They dropped dead in the very presence of many people.
The discomfort.
When Judas betrayed the trust that had been given to him by his master and sold him for 30 pieces of silver, it did not benefit him. Instead, the land that he bought with that money, that is where his bust committed suicide.
Oh, my enemies are suffering. This guy made prayers that a lot of us wish we could in the person's face.
The mask William Ruto wears every morning he wakes up and meets you with all white teeth and smiles at you is not the mouth and the teeth you meet in the evening or behind closed door offices. Behind closed door offices is a very vicious man, very vengeful. And a man who will keep looking at you, scheming on how he will execute judgment on a community, on a person. A man who holds grudges for years. And a man who once said and is quoted, and I hope you get this for our viewers as you broadcast this. President William Ruto have a curated image of a patriot, a man who loves people, a man who appears before women and our children and innocent Kenyans who are not politically exposed as a man of God. He has been able to cure his image to look like a man of God and to look like he really loved Christianity and loved to make the world a better place. But the real him and the man who now has unfolded as a president, I said he's a grand ruler, a dictator, a thief, looted master, systemic economic saboteur of government agencies, ministries, sagas, land, a grabber, a killer, and a man who ruthlessly have no mercy on children. And when I talk about children, I talk about even teenagers, the Gen Zs, and everybody. I therefore would say William Ruto, I was describing him as a man who will never forgive and a man who holds grudges forever and a man who will die holding grudges and really, so he's so desirous to revenge. He was quoted in Baringo in a meeting I was. By that meeting, he said,
I went to a meeting and I will not give you the details. But as I was leaving, I was asked to pass by to pick mafuta ya gari. I told the gentleman, I work for the cathedral. They provide me with a car and a driver. He is actually here waiting for me. No. Lazima upitie pale. Usain, nikamwambia no. If I do that, actually, I'll never then question that same government. It was actually the former government. And I looked very stubborn. And I know people find me stubborn. But it's because, why should I receive money? But you know what? These brown envelopes, people receive them at individual levels. One of my clergy at All Saints went for a funeral somewhere in Kirinyaga. And on her way back, she receives some M-Pesa. Then anauliza, where did that come from? No, that politician who came had given wachungaji ambao walikuwa kwa mazishi 100,000 to share. And you know why that money is given? So that he has a place in the funeral to address the mourners. Look, the clergy becomes brokers. I went somewhere in Embu one time, and I had that afternoon clergy in the area, Anglican clergy, had mobilized people and taking them kwa mheshimiwa fulani. And then they were given millions that they needed to share. Unfortunately now in the sharing, akachukua nyingi kuliko wengine. So clergy are there in collars and they are fighting about handouts.
Kenya Kwanza government has failed in terms of allocating the budget to the higher education. But I think we have been patient with them for quite too long. We are uniting with our students very soon. Na mutaona. We have been very gentle, but now they don't fund our students. They also don't fund our salary. We are uniting, and River Nile will reach the Mediterranean Sea very soon. There's money. Talk. Withdraw that statement. There's money in Kenya. There's money. There's money. They are doing empowerment. A lot of empowerment. Why can't they? It's not helping us. They have money. If you see the wastage in government, the money they waste per day can fund the entire education.
Ruto the savior, Ruto the messiah. Mbadi said what the government cannot cater for, free education. Ruto the messiah, amesema nini? It's a constitutional right. Throwing Mbadi under the bus. That was the plan. For us to come out in numbers, tuanze kumpigia makofi. Same thing that he did with the IDs. The IDs were free. Zikafanya sijui ni 1,000. And then tena akasimama akiwa kwa tour yake ya Nairobi, tukampigia makofi. Hell no. This man will soon make you believe he is God at this rate. Na sasa wajinga kama Karen Nyamu, I like what happened. Watu wa Eastlands, jipigieni makofi. You left that bimbo of a woman standing hapo akijiongelesha. The ground is slippery. Salam guys.
My people, ukistajabu ya Musa ujaona ya Kaongo, ujaona kabisa. Imagine ma MP wanakula mamilioni na education sector is suffering. Stanley Emilio Moi Kibaki made education free immediately after taking leadership. He commanded kuanzia kesho masomo ikuwe free, and it happened for 10 good years. Uhuru Kenyatta replicated the same because he had that power to do that. Taxpayers money nafanya nini? You have everything to make education free in Kenya. Lakini kuna Kaongo, miaka 3 education sector imemshinda, health sector imemshinda, yani everything in Kenya imemshinda. Alafu kuna wewe mwenye uko hapo bado unafikiria hata akipewa the next 20 years he can change anything. A leader anafaa kuwa na good start. Hata akienda kumaliza vibaya, watu watasema enyewe this person started well, maybe ilifika mahali kukanyesha. Mvua ikaanza kunyesha, matope ikakuwa mingi. Ma MP wanakula mshahara yenye huko juu, there's nothing they're doing. I looked at Kericho recently. Matope barabara peke. Hey, then you're telling us these people still need time? There's no time. There's no time for these people. Hakuna kabisa. If you as a leader umeshindwa ku take care of a country for 3 years, 3 years everything has collapsed, then the next 10 years utafanya nini? Si nchi itakuwa demolished kila kitu. Anyway, nawaletea news ya watu wenye wanatoka UN. Maorganization zinakuja Kenya kuruka. Anyway, aluta.
We will not beg for free education. We demand it. Huyo ni Ndindi Nyoro, and I'm echoing what he's saying. The Constitution says the people shall get free education. The people shall get their rights. And taxpayers' money is actually your money. Hakunanga pesa ya serikali. That's why I feel like most Kenyans, we actually need to wake up. State capture is real. Health sector gone. Education sector literally on its knees. Tourism sector now tunaanza kudanganya that next time tutaonyeshwa the remains of first human beings who ever lived. Who are we kidding right now? We are now flagging wildebeest migration. We need to wake up. Salam guys.
Kabla mzima Wacha tuongele expressway. And this is the second video I'm doing. Sawa? Tuelewane? Expressway ilikuwa pushed wakati wa Uhuru. And it came very decorated. It's a private-public partnership deal with a Chinese road and bridge company. It was entirely Chinese, according to that report. I wish I could have shown you. Hapa ndio kizungumkuti iliingilia. Contractors hawakukuwa na competitive bidding. Ati sasa vile unaendanga kwa site ya contraction, alafu unapata a few lists of contractors wamebid. Hiyo haikukuwa na bidding. Na hapo ndio shida ilianzia. That was where the problem started. Paul Muite alikuja akasema yeye haoni transparency because kungekuwa na watu kadhaa. But this one was just... Sasa mimi niko tu na swali moja. Very simple question. Na nataka tutumie hii akili kama Wakenya. Wale Wakenya mimi najua. If the contractor was specifically chosen, hakukukuwa na competitive bidding. Wewe unafikiria huyo mwenye anakuja kucollect hiyo pesa itaenda kwa public domain? Sorry, account. No. Anavuna alikopanda. And secondly, if you saw the certificate of incorporation ya hiyo wacha tu ni post hiyo kitu hapa. Read for yourselves. Mujisome. Si mko na macho? Isiolo nayo inakuanga crime scene. Asubuhi, jioni, mchana, usiku wa manane. Tangu lini? Since when was a present CEC gazetted as a speaker? Tangu lini? Since when? That county did not have a quorum wakati walikuwa wanapitisha budget. Ai. We. Tangu lini? Since when? Mtu ni CEC lakini anakuwa gazetted speaker. Yani muna breach to, you're just breaching the yani hakuna separation of powers. We bora uko tu, bora umepewa kiti. Watu wa Isiolo bwana. Heri hata mngepeleka mbuzi county assembly. Yo. Very good. Tunalipa loans zenye hatujawahi benefit from records. This is public knowledge. Come at me if you want to argue properly. Out of the 7 trillion yenye tunadaiwa, 6.75 was illegal borrowed. Hakuna kazi ilikuja kufanya. Ilifika tu hivi kwa accounts za Kenya. Ikaanza kufund watu umumu with their lavish lifestyles. Alafu mtu anafungua mdomo kusema tuta. This problem started in 2015. Ndio debts zilianza kuomba. Zikaomba. Tukatai zikaomba. That's okay. Waomba. Tukapewa. Right? Between kupewa na kujenga barabara na kufanya vitu vingine za maana. Dust. Yeah. The Central Bank of Kenya cannot account for almost 300 plus bank accounts that belong to the government. Do you know what that means? Accountability kikosa kwa vitu kama pesa, especially mahali wana dispatchingi pesa in very, very big figures. Ile corruption iko inaiva saa hii wakati huu. A whole central bank cannot, yani haina nguvu. It's not in the place to account for. Hata nachelewa mahali nilikuwa naenda because now this is hizi akili watu wanatumia comment section. Digidhi. Public knowledge ya national budget. Kitu ilikuwa printed huku kila mtu akasoma. Ministry of Treasury iko na public website. Mahali unaweza enda udownload usome vile nchi yako inakaa. Ndio mtu anakuja hapa kusema Ruto has his own money, he's spending on it. President akiingia kwa kiti anakuanga na travel allowances. And in Kenya it's sponsored by taxpayers' money and loans. Unaweza hata kufikiria kama watu wajinga, watu washenzi. Because kama hizi ndio akili zitaenda kuvote 2027, oh, we are done. We are roasted. Yeah.
1992 nilipewa karatasi karibu 500 za Golden Bag. Original. Nilivyokuwa naja nazo from Nairobi here, nikafuatwa na mapolisi mpaka nyumbani. They waited outside after 2 in the morning wakaja wakaingia. Fungua au tutavunja mlango. Nikawafu, tunataka karatasi. Nikamwambia hizi hapa. Za nini? Nikamwambia za Golden Bag. Basi wakanichukua vizuri wakanileta ofisi ya PC hapa. Wakaniuliza, tafadhali wewe wacha hii mambo Golden Bag, unajua mzee jina yake iko hapa? Wanakusudia Toroitich Daniel. Unajua jina yake iko hapa? Nikamwambia ya, lakini mimi nimepewa karatasi na nataka kuzisoma nipate faida kama. Hapana, wewe utakwenda huko Mombe tayari ufanye kelele. Uanze kuerevusha raia. And imagine the money that was mentioned in those papers, 550 billion. Diamonds, gold zilizotoka Congo, Lubumbashi zimeletwa Nairobi zikauzwa Europe. And yet we Kenyans think that we are very wealthy. Ni ufisadi tu na nidhamu mbaya. Waibe hata wazungu wanaiba lakini hao wamefagia. These people take everything from us and they think that we are fools. We are not fools. Therefore this country is rich.
Youthman chukua kura.
Lazima.
Na usiogope kupiga kura. Juu after tumepiga kura tunazichunga mpaka ngware. Tunawasaidia kuzihesabu.
Mpaka rena ngware.
Hakuna wizi wa kura. Youthman chukua kura.
Wanatugeuza IEBC.
Na upige kura Youthman. Correction.
Hi Kenyans, mi sina maneno mengi. All I want to say is Ruto must go, like yesterday. Bye.
Enyewe Ruto must go. Enyewe Ruto must go. By the way, Ruto must go. Enyewe Ruto must go. Wash fire, Ruto must go. Enyewe Ruto must go. By the way, Ruto must go.